What do you think the relationship between Trevenant and Gorgeist is? Like, they both show up to the same Halloween party, and you're like, oh, you're Ghost Grass as well?
Oh, it is purely adversarial, but Gorgeist doesn't know that.
What would a Gorgeist versus Trevenant Halloween party be like? Like, if they hosted it?
So Gorgeist would go all out. I'm talking full Halloween-themed charcuterie board, and Trevenant would want to take you across town 45 minutes to go to this one really cool haunted house that they went to a couple years ago. But when you get there, there's no haunted house, and then Trevenant gets mad at you like it's your fault for ruining the party that it tried to plan. Oh, and then it eats you.
Welcome to episode 262 of Pokemon Go Radio, the place for everything Pokemon Go. My name is Papa Narwhals, a.k.a. Nar, and I am joined by the, I didn't think of a thing.
The prepared?
No, I was going to say the victim, the unfortunate, the three-time loser to me in the fourth round of the Lunar Cup, almost certainly Salt. How are you dreading me,
I'm
Salt?
doing good. I am remembering an idiom, something about chickens and counting in baskets that you might want to think
Did you
about.
say you're chicken? Is that what you're
I'm saying
Bok bok?
You need to think before you speak, because this is actually going to be documented on YouTube.
Can you not balk? Bok bok?
No, but you sound like you're doing a really good job. Like a good job like a chicken would do. Almost as if you're some sort of Freudian chicken projecting your doubts onto other people. Huh.
Well, if you have no idea what we're talking about, we are deep in the Lunar
You
Cup.
have tuned into Pokemon Go Radio.
Yeah, that's
really any
much par for the
slice
course.
for the past 300 or 261 episodes will do you.
That'll be confusing, but we are deep into the Lunar Cup, really excited about it. And it just so happens that you and I are squaring off in round 4, and we actually will have a YouTube video, plug that. We did a little YouTube discussion on the team selection, showed a couple of my own matches where I won one, lost one. We talked through kind of that, so you can go roast me in the comments for how wrong I was when I said I misclicked. I'm pretty sure I misclicked. But we are also going to, you and I, square off tomorrow night, and that'll be on YouTube as well, where we punch each other.
All the same video.
Probably an ungodly amount of shit, crap talking, and the winner will be crowned in YouTube glory. So please go to the channel, check that out.
The fact that you said that you failed to say that we are in the next phase of the Lunar Cup, it's just, oh my God. I have to do everything around here. It's ridiculous, including scoop up the trash that is your team. I cannot wait to edit the best part is going to be editing the video where I slay you.
I am really not happy that you took this time to get more serious about PvP. I wish you'd have done that maybe like a month in the future so I could clean you up one more time and be undefeated against you in the PGRL, but alas, it is not to be. Other than, crapping your pants at the expectation of my greatness, how was your week this week?
It was good. It was a very, very busy week at work, but made up on the back end. Had a great weekend. We'll talk about all the Pokemon adventures I've had over the weekend, but smoked a pork butt yesterday. Watched Texas A&M slay South Carolina so bad they probably shouldn't have put it on TV. No, I think I watched an assault. It was rough, but really recouped yesterday. Peppa actually was feeling a little down in the dump, so did a lot of dad duty yesterday, but that was fine. I missed my special Eevee time throughout the week. And then today, nice little walk downtown, popped into a new tap room, definitely played some Pokemon, had a good walk, cooked a good dinner, and just all in all, and preparing myself for the mental anxiety and frustration that is the week that is about to befall me at work.
Boo. I had one of those weeks last week. If you guys didn't hear me moan about it enough, I feel like I deserve a medal, so I'm telling everybody. I had to watch my own kids for a whole week. It was, I know, the indignity. Walls was out in Chicago and was doing really great things. She's so good at her job and awesome. They do a really great show up there. So I was down here with the kids, had to get them up, go to school. It's really interesting. I had a lot of grandma support, so I'm very thankful for that. And it was a lot of mental load is what Walls calls it. Like, even if you're there helping with the kid, if you're not the person responsible for it, keeping all the stuff up in your brain, it's not nearly as exhausting. But having to be the person that's this is when they have to wake up. This is when they have to go to the thing. And I got to make sure that all that stuff can stack up and really be a lot. But Walls came back. I got some Pokemoning in the interim to make up for it. The weather's been lovely down here. It has been a good old week, so I'm happy to talk to you. We're recording this on Sunday night, and we've got a couple of things, some spicy news, some Dev Diaries to spring through, to critique, to criticize, to overanalyze for sure. But we have a lot of really other interesting stuff to talk about. A community day announced, foretold, a couple of really weird foreshadowings for that, but here we are. You ready to get into the news?
Yep. Just want to remind people, you can follow us anywhere you want as far as podcasts. But if you can pop over to our YouTube channel.
No, that's not true, Salt. That's not true.
Where can't you find us?
You can't find us anywhere.
Anywhere I said we're podcasts.
Most
are
places.
Found. Did I not
Like,
say
for
that?
example, you couldn't find us on the dwarf planet Ceres or Eris or Pluto.
Are you not on Eris right now?
No, I'm
Oh
not.
my God!
No.
I thought you.
Neither are you. Neither is this YouTube video.
Yeah. Anyway, just check us out on YouTube. We're trying to get our subscriber count up and trying to get our stuff up over there. I like this project. I'm going to plug my own project.
You can't find us on. I'm trying to. What? So why aren't we on Zanga? I just need to know. Why are you slack?
Because we're not a 14-year-old girl in the year 2002. Is that why? Pretty sure that's why.
You don't know I'm not.
Yeah, it's true.
Time is a fickle thing.
Yeah.
I
But
am
linear.
happy that you're doing
is
this.
most
I was
I know.
energized making that Lunar Cup video right before this podcast recorded. So that was really fun.
And you can find this
I'm
show on
happy
YouTube
with
at 3 Eastern every
yeah.
Monday. It publishes.
yeah. So we got the raid hours
No,
rolled through the spotlights. We actually got the November announcements.
Back up. I got a meme for you. Roy sent it in, and I wanted to post it for you
okay.
live. Here you go, bud.
Where are you putting
I
it?
just put
In
it.
the text
Yeah, I just
messages?
put it in the notes. The 262
Chat?
backup.
Oh, it's in the notes.
There you go.
Oh God, when is that going to update?
It's in there. I just need you. I need this one.
Text it to me.
Yeah. Roy sent it. I'll try to text it to you. Vamp. Okay, keep vamping. Dead air, no, don't do it.
Well,
There you go.
while you come around to that, while that loads in some indeterminate amount of time, I want to talk about the spotlight
I got
hours.
you, boo.
We had Gothito happening last week. We have Murkrow happening this week. Murkrow is okay. I guess there's a cool shiny check there, potentially. But I'm also seeing a lot of Murkrow with the second part of the Halloween event, so I'm not super jazzed about that.
I also have a point from Twitter somebody wanted to point out. It was in-depth about double XP evolves for Murkrow week, and I need to have this person have their due because it is extensive. Did you get your meme?
They wrote okay, here's this very strange move. Fellas, it your girl is thick, has cute fangs, and is a goth, then that's not your girl, Giratina, Lord of the Distortion World. What is this?
Yeah.
What is
Thanks,
this?
Roy.
I don't understand.
I love
this.
that meme. Yeah.
That's dumb.
Thank you.
You should be ashamed and you should not encourage Roy.
Yeah, good job, Roy.
This is, I guess it's Thick Tina, I guess, is what we're going with as an alteration of last week. But, yeah, I think Giratina is beautiful just the way it is. Because it wins me my crutchy PvP Ultra League matches, and I'll love it forever for that. I want to know what weird thing you were talking about with Murkrow, but I also want to talk to you about these raids coming right up. So, we knew about these bosses.
Wait, no, I gotta
before,
do a
they're
thing.
pretty decent.
It's from Benjamin, who talks about
Oh, do a
XP.
thing.
So I'm going to read. He gave us the good math.
Okay, this is the Murkrow thing?
It is an advocation one more time for the double XP bonus hours and why they are a great thing. So the numbers check out here, but there is a little bit of work you got to put in. So Benjamin writes, there are 4 days left of double catch candy before it hits. Every time you pineapple Weedle today, it's worth 4,000 XP. Since that's enough to evolve it right there. Here comes the math. Really simply, he pineapps every 12 candy evolution. Pidgey, Weedle, Wurmple, Whimsir, all those. And then he evolves them. Tags them and evolves them during the timeline. It is really easy to earn 500,000 XP during the hour this way. The evolution animation takes about 20 seconds, so the theoretical maximum is 180 times 400,000 for 720, but normally, because he's not going insanely hard, 450 to 550k. Also, each of these Pokemon you catch is worth 2,909 XP if you maximize. Each catch is effectively worth 8 candy, 6 from Pineapple, 2 from trades during Spotlight, and each evolution costs a net 11 candy when you earn one when you evolve. So you catch 11 Pokemon, earn 88 candy, evolve 8 Pokemon. Each Pokemon is worth 4,000 times 8 divided by 11, 2,009. So it's 2,545 if you trade outside of the Spotlight, which I think is probably a bridge too far, the trading for the extra candy, because that's just a lot of extra legwork. But I'm on board with the catching and the pineapping. Finally, I can comfortably evolve Pokemon without stressing during the hour. You only need to Pinap 3 or 4 Pokemon to take advantage of the hour.
I think that makes sense in terms of the math. I get that. It's just very rare that I want to spend an hour of my life doing that. You know?
But for 500,000, that's a lot of XP.
I've been down that road before. But why? You know, like, here's the niche example where I would do that. I'm sitting, somehow, I don't know, like my kids have moved to Alaska or something, and at 6 p.m. I'm allowed to do whatever I want. I'm watching TV, I'm chilling, and I'm just evolving, kind of watching something happen in the background. That'd be great. I'd absolutely love that. This would be a huge bonus to get 500,000 Stardust. That's incredible.
XP.
But it's just so rare that I can sit down and really focus. For these Spotlight hours, the ones that I participate in, I'm like cooking dinner on the side, trying to get kids to bed and stuff like that. What do you think about the actual, now that I'm just thinking about it, the timing of these Spotlight hours? For me, I'm not going to whine about it. It's not a good time.
So it's complicated because any earlier, and then you're kind of butting up on work, and any later, it's kind of like, oh, well, you know, it's late. So I understand. I personally, I think I would like a 7 to 8 better, but that also depends on the time of the year, because now that winter's coming, I don't want to be out at 7:50 at night when it's cold and dark. I don't know. I think it's fine, but the cool thing about that is, weather regardless and all those things, to Pidgeon's point, this is something you could do at home. And you don't have to do it for an hour, because you're probably, based on your schedule, not going to have 180 to evolve anyway, but you could do it for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, just based on however much you have to tag for those 12 those 12 candy evolve Pokemon. And okay, let's say you only have like a little bit of it, and you get what? You know, you sit down for 10, 15 minutes, and you get 150,000 XP. That still sounds pretty good.
It's pretty good for a day's work. I think I should do it, because these come around so frequently. It makes sense. Once every 5 weeks or whatever, this is going to come around.
And you don't have to do it every week.
Might as well start tagging them and storing them, because it is worth doing. And eventually I'll find one where
you don't have to do it every month. You could just do it, hey, 2 months from now when this comes around, I'm going to have enough tag to where I could sit down and I could do 30 minutes worth of it. Boom. Bob's your uncle.
That makes sense.
You're going to be good to go.
I like that.
Great point, Benjamin. Thank you.
For me personally, like, I know the lunch raid hours were kind of a flop just because so many people weren't able to do them. I would love it if this Spotlight hour was like noon on a Wednesday. I'd be tearing it up. That'd be wonderful. But, you know, it is what it is, and that's the way we do the Spotlight hours. How about these raid bosses? Have you gone out and got anything in particular that you're excited about doing for them?
I think the raid bosses are actually pretty good on the bottom half. So Murkrow Yamask, Galarian Yamask, Phantump, and Pumpkaboo are all in T1. And I got to say, that is a strong holding. I mean, like, Murkrow, get out of here, no thanks. But the other 4, those are obvious stops and do's. Obvious stops and do's.
Really? You're going to stop and do a Galarian, or not a Galarian, a regular Yamask?
Yeah.
Why?
Candy, shiny
Why?
check, XL candy.
All over the place. Just get them off the ground.
Nah, I'm telling you, because you could get a high IV one. I'm fine with it. I'm absolutely fine with it.
I mean, I guess for Ultra League, you want that perfect one, so there's that.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about why that maybe is not what you need anymore. I really think you're right about Tier 3. They're all pretty great. Who doesn't want to Drifloon with a hat? That's adorable. I want it. Again, it can be shiny, so there's like a little extra chase there. Lampert is great. I really love being able to just get those candy. That's fun. I still haven't got my Mega Absol. This is one of the rare Megas where I'm actually excited about it, so I probably should do it.
Is it because of the shiny?
No, but that would be pretty amazing. I just think it's a really great Mega. It just looks cool.
Angel Dogface?
Oh, I love it.
And then there's Darkrai in 5. Where are you at on Darkrai? First of all, have you done any Darkrai raids?
No.
Me neither.
I really wish Giratina would have hung around longer. I did not get a shiny for that one. I should have done more on that. Damn my D&D habit. It really got in the way of doing those raid hours. Sludge Bomb, I think, is the special move that it has right
I believe so.
now. It's not great for PvP, so there's no real reason to do it for that. It's really just a shiny hunt with Darkrai.
Yeah, and if you've already got one,
there's worse things to do.
Oh, Phantump. House Phantump. Then
love a Phantump.
You're not really worried about it. I don't know. I don't think maybe they wanted to keep Giratina the entire time, but I do think maybe they sequenced these backwards because I do feel kind of a letdown right now. I was real stoked for Giratina, and now I'm just like, oh, Darkrai.
Which again, please let the raid weekend that's coming up on Halloween, the 30th and 31st, currently is just set to feature Mega Absol and Darkrai. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. We want a Giratina weekend. If anything, do it for then. Don't just throw Giratina in the pile. I promise you're going to be happy with those raid passes that are spent.
Those bar graphs are going to look like, like Legs Giratina is going to be on top of that bar graph is what I'm trying to tell you with absolute confidence.
Batman. Oh, I didn't. That just reminded me. I was watching. So really big thank you to Nick Wilson. If you didn't get a chance to listen to the show from last week, we had Nick on again. Just really good PvP stuff.
Also,
it was just
fun
a treat
dude.
having him. Just a cool dude. You don't even know. Like, the stuff you hear is cool, but we're like hanging out before, hanging out after, and he's just a nice guy. If you think he sounds nice and is just a good dude, he's that way all the time, which is nice. But that made me think because Ken, his other Survivor buddy that is into PvP, I was watching them stream on Nick's Twitch channel. I can't remember what night it was, but it was this last week.
I watched it too.
Ken was coaching Nick as he was going through the stuff, and that dude is incredible. Like, really was just, you know how when people are playing chess and it's like 5 chess moves ahead, and they're like, okay, mate in 3 or mate in 5 or whatever. That's Ken. He's like literally, oh, you're gonna win this match, and it's, one shield has been used, and you're halfway through the first round, and he's like, you got it, you're gonna get this, and you're like, how does he know? He's like PV poke in his mind. But it was really cool watching that. Nick's been streaming a lot, so if you haven't checked those out, those are really fun. I am having a lot of fun, Saul, with Halloween Part 2. The Ghoulish Pals.
I am loving Ghoulish Pals. I am staying hard for these Pokemon. I will try to embed it at this point. I will try to remember to put the video in there. But we have a pick of the week. We brung that segment back for YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
And we go through and we do pick of the week for Gourgeist and Trevenant, and we talk through their history, their stats, their moves, PvE, PvP relevance, and then at the end we assign, are they the pick of the week, WEEK, or are they the pick of the week, WEAK? And I had a lot of fun doing it. Like I say in the video, love these Pokemon. They're just Gen 6 staples. We've talked at length on this show about the Pokemon that you want to use. Pokemon like Toxicroak and Solrock. They're not the best Pokemon, but they're just cool. They're very flavorful. They're awesome. And Pumpkaboo and Gourgeist specifically have always been that for me. I love these Pokemon.
Yeah.
Gourgeist might be in my top. They might be in my top 5 favorite Pokemon. Seriously. I love them.
They just scratch like a weird little itch, where they just are kind of fun. So the Dex Hunter in me is also having a blast. It's a little bit, no, it's all good. I was going to say anticlimactic just because the double catch candy, you're able to evolve them like after catching 3 of them. It's really quick.
No, because you need 200 candy.
Oh, well, that's true. You got to trade, which is kind of annoying for the PvP purposes.
Yeah.
You can get that reduced if you trade, but
you can get it reduced
then
to
you're kind of
0.
messing with IVs.
But yeah, so right now I'm just kind of like, I'm just gonna buy it. I guess I'm just catching as many as I can. I'm not evolving any of them.
But you can though. I mean, 12 at a time plus a double transfer, right? It's not gonna take you it's not gonna be hard.
Big of a deal.
I could evolve Pumpkaboo right now if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I will say, catching an extra large Pumpkaboo was as satisfying as I thought it would be.
I kind of wish
it's so big.
I think we have a question about it a little bit. I wish they would have gone a little bit bigger because it's big.
I could go bigger,
but I wanted it to be ridiculous.
I was hoping, I said Snorlax size, and I kind of wish it was. It's not quite there, but it's big. You can definitely tell the difference, which is nice. I am interested to see how your PvP take shakes out. I watched the first half of your video, then I stopped because it was time for me to go to sleep. And then
watch time and retention analytics, Nar. I know. How dare you?
I know, it's bad. But it actually worked out well because I haven't heard your conclusions about pick of the week or pick of the week. And I want to know if we have to fight about this. So I was looking through the stats, doing a little research and everything. I think Trevenant is the clear winner here in terms of its abilities. The big thing that's going to make this a very solid attacker, the grass secondary stuff is a bonus just because it gives you the ability to clean up some water Pokemon, but it's all about Shadow Claw versus Hex. just having that Shadow Claw on Trevenant is a powerful move. That ghost damage is almost always neutral, so you're getting in there, cleaning stuff up, and doing it right. There was an analysis, I think, on GoHub where they were like, hey, Ultra League Cophagrigus is the new hotness right now. This is a cheaper alternative and potentially better. So that made me happy that I don't have to power one of those up if you have maybe oops. But give that a go. Make sure you get a Trevenant that's Ultra League ready for this. And then with Gourgeist Hex just kind of holding it back, maybe Razor Leaf will help it in some future cup where you need to sneak in grass damage. But that's my take. What do you think? How do you conclude on these?
That's how it goes down. So Trevenant is the pick of the week here because Shadow Ball, Seed Bomb, and specifically, like you mentioned, Shadow Claw, just end up doing so much damage. This Pokemon is not, it's not sturdy, okay? But it's not Haunter Glass Cannony. But I think actually Frostlass is tankier than this Pokemon, if that'll give you any kind of, it's not a tanky Pokemon, but this Pokemon gets up to, because I mean, if you think about it, okay, so what is it, 40 energy for Seed Bomb for 55 damage? That's 7 Shadow Claws, which is tap 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 tap, and you're Seed Bombing people, and you're just absolutely unloading on people, and then it's just a couple more, and then you're Shadow Balling, which again, Shadow Balls from this thing just KO. So if you catch your opponent either with 1 or no shields, this thing can just apply the pressure at neutral damage, and then it's super effective. It is just cleaning Pokemon out. It is not uncommon in the PvP poke matchups for like simulations. Just look through and just like, yeah, I could easily just finish this thing off with a Shadow Ball, and then they're gonna bring something else out. I'm gonna Shadow Claw that to death, and I'm gonna Seed Bomb it. And it's gonna be done. It's just gonna be done. You got a Swampert in the back? Bye.
Just spit slowly at it. A Pokemon that looks this cool cannot be bad. That's blasphemy. That would really be disappointing if it sucked. And good news, it doesn't.
The only jank
we'll see how it shakes out.
And it hurts me because I like Gourgeist more, like I said earlier.
Gourgeist is a cool
Gourgeist
Pokemon.
has the exact same. It's got Foul Play, Seed Bomb, and Shadow Ball. It's the same moves as Trevenant has access to, but Gourgeist actually has Fire Blast, which I think is so cool from a flavor perspective.
That's good flavor.
Right? It's so cool. Here's the thing. You should not pick Fire Blast for this Pokemon, but can you imagine where you're coming in for the closer and you wheel out your Skarmory and you're just going to like wing attack and win? You just get a Sky Attack off, and then all of a sudden this stupid Gourgeist Fire blasts you and just rocks your socks out. Oh my god. In the 1 out of 200 times that happens, it would be worth it to have Gourgeist, because it would just be
be fun to see that happen. But I love both these Pokemon. Like you said, it's making part 2 for me so much fun. But then also just the double candy on everything. It's just been great. Mm-hmm. I am really happy with the Halloween event. And then we also got new Misunderstood Mischief, which is great. We're stacking that up, so that's really nice.
Fungus. I haven't seen Fungus in a minute.
Oh, it has been a minute for the Fungus. There was an issue with Galarian Slowpoke evolving into Slowking on October 16th. I didn't even know about that. Yeah. You can also, if you are worried about this, you can get a Galarian Slowpoke from the timed research. If you're like, I didn't get one the first time, that's how you get another one. Okay, cool. You ready to talk about the big news this week, the Dev Diaries?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's talk Dev Diaries.
From Michael. So this was a fallout. If you don't know what a Dev Diary is, the idea was after...
Oh, we should say what a dev is.
Change. A dev is a developer.
Yeah. The developer...
Or somebody named Devin.
Yeah, could be. But no, the developers are the people that quote-unquote make the game. So not the marketing people, not the other people, the people that actually make the game.
And yet the first person we hear from, marketing person. Yep. But we'll come to that in a second. The idea was after the whole 40 meters to 80 meters to 40 meters to 80 meters debacle, we got some promises of communication from Niantic about how they're going to be more, open with their thought process, which is only good, right? I think we've got some stuff to talk about with this particular thing, but that commitment was something they said they'd do, and they did. And so out comes this video from Michael, who's the global director of, or I guess he's the director of global product marketing, right? And this Dev Diary was all about Community Day. Very safe topic, very safe script, I think is a generous way to put it. So, right, we kind of learned a little bit about their thought processes. I guess we can just maybe talk about like what the video actually contained, and then kind of give our reactions to it.
Let's talk about the. Do you want to just talk about the video and what it was before we go in line by line for the content. So here's the thing. I think Niantic should be commended for this. I think that it is a step in the right direction, and I really liked it overall. And I think I got nothing against Michael because he did a good job. He got out there, but my criticism and feedback for it was it felt a little cold and it felt a little corporate. And I think that's because it was just very scripty, and it didn't necessarily scratch the itch of like, oh, this is like authentic and Michael's voice and what Michael thinks about the game that he certainly like I loves and wants to be successful and all that. It just felt very safe. And maybe that's just because this is the first one, and I don't need somebody to come in and turn the steel chair backwards and sit down and rap with us kids. Like, that's fine.
Yo, kids, let's rap.
I don't need that. But at the same time, I think maybe...
Sounds like that's what you're asking for.
Maybe they just peel back a little bit on just the script and just try to focus the language a little bit more on personal and interaction, because it did feel very... It felt a little bit more like I was watching a commercial and a little less like I was watching a behind-the-scenes sort of, hey, this is some cool stuff we're working on. We want to engage the community. Again, though, in comparison and context, that is a small criticism for a thing that I think is overall very good.
But here's the thing. I totally hear you on the presentation, right? Obviously scripted and all that stuff, but it's more important than that, because while I think there's stylistic criticisms, but those can also be waved away. It's like, who really cares? I think what people are feeling as corporate and safe is really like the gearing of the content, right? If this is really supposed to be, hey, let's peel back the decision-making process and really let you see kind of how we're thinking, we didn't achieve that with this video, right? The effort was there, and it's in a lot of ways the thought that counts. But when you're starting, hey guys, here's what Community Day is, that's not who this is for, right? This is not for the casual people who are like, what's a Community Day? There's so much superficial stuff, in which I don't care. The video can be as long as it needs to be, and you can include superficial stuff, but that's kind of where it starts to peter out in terms of the decision making. When Michael starts saying, here's how we decide what the Community Day special move is going to be, I was kind of, letting my imagination run wild, hoping for like a bar chart and, stuff, but it really wasn't that. There was some input at a high level about, hey, one of the things I took away was we're planning all these community days for years and years. We can't just let the good stuff out. And when you think of it from this like historical context, when dozens and dozens and dozens of Pokemon have had a community day, you kind of understand why there's going to be some not so good ones and some Gibbles mixed in there. And that all kind of makes sense. So I think that there's a little bit of a nugget there. And it's important for us to receive this well and not jump down their throats because we want more. All right? It's not a boo. It's a, okay, more. We need more of this.
Yeah, I think...
And deeper.
It was the first toe in the proverbial water, if you will. But we're gonna keep going. We're gonna get in a positive direction. But like I said, you don't want to like slap somebody's hand when they're making a good effort. And this is exactly where we want them to go. I just think that there's still some work to be done, I think is fair. And I think honestly that anybody that makes something, us making this podcast, which for God's sake, stupid podcast compared to like $1 billion corporation, we have things that we want to work on and we need to get better on. Everybody can get better at things, and I think that they're moving in the right direction. This was nice, but I agree with you. Knowing the audience, tailoring the content a little bit more and making it a little bit more personal, probably.
You need to check the Patreon. We are so close to $1 billion company. You don't know.
Oh my God.
It's very
Is that
good
what's
news.
going on in the Patreon?
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
One person put an extra couple zeros in there.
That's what it takes. There was a couple of things that were specific about this that I took away. One of them is kind of reading a tea leaf. When he talked about, hey, moves should be cool and exciting, but not overpower moves that you use normally, making them definitively the best moves ever, right? That's a game design concept. That's balance, right? That's an actual thing people that make video games talk about. I was very encouraged to hear this weird AR company. So oftentimes I feel like they say things that are cool for a pie in the sky AR technology company, not so much for game design. And when I hear things like that come out of their mouths, it's so encouraging because I'm just like, you get it. That's a game thing. Yes, hooray. Very encouraging. It's a superficial thing, but it's really important that we hear them talk about this like a game.
Mm-hmm. No, I really did like that. And again, though, my mind kind of went to like, have you ever played with hydro cannon?
Maybe that's a lesson they learned.
You know,
with a couple of blast burns and frenzy plants, are like, uh-oh, we better be careful. We need to mix in some psychic fangs and kind of put some weird niche edge cases instead of just turning it up, because
Did you
they
say
kind of
psychic
do that.
fangs?
Yeah.
What's a psychic fang?
Oh, you'll learn. You'll learn in a little bit.
What?
You don't know about the psychic fangs?
Psychic fang.
What do you think I'm saying?
Fangs.
Yes, psychic fangs.
I swear to God, you're saying thangs.
Fangs. Fang, y'all. No, psychic fangs.
Psychic fangs.
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 Okay.
Yeah, there maybe is a little bit of a bite to that, eh? Put those weird niche edge cases in there, and that's great. The other one that I think is a really interesting takeaway, and this is what that was kind of like me reading the tea leaves and maybe being optimistic, but here is like one of maybe two actual tangible pieces of unknown information that we actually got, is the fact that 2021, the most popular community day was Eevee. Now, that might not surprise you, but Salt, Gible was also this year.
Yeah, it was in June. I don't understand how that's possible. I was just thinking that. It's a bit of a... I mean, they've got no reason to lie, obviously.
I'm sure they're not lying.
That's confusing. Why was it
But
Eevee?
is it Salt? So, but that's the thing that's so exciting with opportunities like this. We get to learn something we did not know.
Yeah, and we would have...
That's the opportunity.
We would have, based on our little bubble, mistakenly assumed something and took it for fact, and we're wrong. We were wrong.
And so we get to theorize why that is the case, right? And I don't know how they measure that, right?
We're not very smart. That's why.
Definitely true, and that could be a factor. We'll have to investigate. I don't know what they mean by
somebody
most.
smart.
Did everyone turn it on for? Yeah, we're hopeless at that. Did everyone turn their phone on for 1 minute in EV Day and that count? I don't know, but I am taking this as a reminder, as maybe like a little humility pill, like you said, when we're on our own little podcast thought bubble. Surely everyone must be hyperventilating about Gible, but no, Salt. For the vast majority of the people that play this game, the filthy casuals that don't listen to podcasts, that don't go to GoHub and Sylph Arena and PvP poke until their fingers fall off, Eevee is a Kanto classic. It's an iconic Pokemon, and they get excited for that. This is the kind of stuff when Liz George was like, yo, people like Pikachu at the hat, said with the certainty of someone that's looking at the data and they know what's up. You know, it's an important reminder that there are a lot of casual people that play this game, and not everyone's all hyped for, Hammerhead dinosaur. Sometimes they just want the cute little Eevee.
That's true. I thought it was really interesting. I really liked it. I thought that more than anything made the video worth it to me. That little nugget of being like,
yeah.
Because I remember I replayed it. I had to put my phone down and Google, was Gible Community Day in 2020? And I was like, oh no, it was June. It was definitely June.
The final piece of information we got from this was, I guess, more of a commitment, in that they're going to say, hey, we've heard from you guys that you really like it when we announce Community Day dates well and ahead of time. And so at the start of every season, every 3-month cycle, we're just going to go ahead and put up all the Community Day dates so you can plan around them. I think that's a really great schedule. And the fact that it's synced with the seasons kind of triggers your mind to go, let me go into my calendar and mark those days, sometimes Saturday, sometimes Sunday. I really think that's a sustainable cadence. I appreciate that.
Yeah, the surprise of the Pokemon, I think, is something you want to use as a marketing tool as you get closer. But the dates being announced, that's just a logistical thing.
Yeah.
The further in advance we can know that.
And they vary
wildly.
Yeah. So it's really nice to know.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they're like 2 weeks apart. Sometimes they're 8 weeks apart. It's really something. So it's really good to have that out there. I appreciate that. So Dev Diaries, I think, from a intent perspective, A+. From a content perspective, probably like a gentleman's C. We'll see how we go. I'm really excited to see kind of what they do and when they do it. If we get another one of these like in a month, that'd be lovely. And if we could get some like hardcore silliness out of it, that'd be great too.
Yeah, hardcore silliness.
Want it.
Let's talk the November schedule.
Hardcore silliness.
I think that November's a tricky month for Pokemon Go because It's definitely a transition month from Halloween, which is always a tentpole event in Pokemon Go, to Christmas. There's, Thanksgiving events, but Thanksgiving isn't anything outside of the United States, and it's not a huge event. But there will definitely be...
Technically, so it's a holiday in Canada, but that is in October.
Yeah, so no, it's not. And then...
Doesn't count. What are they even thankful for? They're from Canada.
So I
guess they're thankful for touching America so hard.
That's true. I think November could be...
We're going to get some emails.
Good. I think November could be a bit of a sleepy month for Pokemon Go, and I think there are a couple little things in this that make me excited. Starting with the research breakthrough, Volibee. Nice.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Good work on that.
This is the kind of Pokemon... I literally, in the Lunar Cup video, was just talking about this, how, Volibee are hard to come by. You're just kind of spinning the red egg lottery. This is an opportunity to put in the work and get 5 of these things, get potentially good PvP IVs, get a bunch of candy with that pineapple. Yeah, let's do it. I think this is the perfect Pokemon. If you're not going to do legendaries, which I still think you should, Volibee is what you want.
Yes, I think that is perfect. They're also going to do weekly 1-coin bundles, which is cool. I mean, obviously,
glad to see that continue.
Depending on what's in there, but hopefully we'll get some nice goodies. I think that's always good. And then they're going to be in raids. You're going to get Darkrai. We already talked about that. That's going till November 5th, so outstaying the spooky welcome. And then on the 5th through the 16th, the Swords of Justice are coming back. And they will know Sacred Sword. And we also get Mega Manectric.
I'm so surprised Kaleo has not come through yet.
I think that'll be special research.
Where's the water pony?
Yeah, I think that'll be special research.
Think so?
Yeah.
Maybe. Just hasn't come yet. I'm kind of surprised it's held out this long. The 16th, after the Swords of Justice roll away till December 1st, in addition to preparing for our birthday, you're going to have Cresselia and Mega Lopunny, which confirm Mega Lopunny part fairy?
Yes, part fairy. Just wait for her to throw her phone into the wall.
Really make sure we get that in there.
I'm excited about Space Goose. I'm really excited about Space Goose. I don't have a good one.
Yeah. Shiny Chance. It's a great looking shiny.
It's a fantastic looking shiny.
So. I was going to say, we got the Spotlight Hours rolled through. We got Cacnea with double catch candy. We got Chinchou. Whoa, Chinchou.
Nice.
Love that for double transfer candy. And then you've got kind of randomly another go with the starters. How do you feel about the starter cycle repeating here in Spotlight Hour?
I don't mind them. I mean, they're cool starters, but I kind of wish somebody else would get the spotlight in this for the Spotlight Hour. I feel like Turtwig, Chimchar, and Piplup have had their day. Maybe if you could evolve them with their Community Day moves for this hour, that would be cool. It's not something I personally need, but maybe that would be a little extra pizzazz. But I don't know. I mean, Turtwig with the Stardust is cool. Piplup double catch candy is probably the least cool. And then Chimchar with catch XP, maybe. But this is probably going to be definitely something I do while cooking dinner.
Yeah, Chimchar is kind of a pass. But the other two are good. And they're both PvP relevant at different points for the Sylph Cup, so I like them for that. The event schedule, I really appreciate getting a little bit of a heads up for the rest of the stuff that's coming out, because, you kind of want to know. On November 1st to the 2nd, we're having Dia de Muertos, which, as everyone knows, is Spanish for the Day of Murder. It's the Purge.
I didn't know that. That's fascinating.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Pretty sure it's the Day of the Dead.
Yeah. No, there's a Pixar movie about it. It's called The Purge. Check it out.
I didn't know that. That's good.
Yeah, it's so good. Very heartfelt.
Yeah.
They get better as time goes on. The first one's kind of weak, but then, they really commit to the concept and make it an action franchise. And it's great. It's terrible. No, but that's a really cool holiday. It's a big deal down here in Texas, as well as Mexico, obviously. And I'm excited that we're going to have a little Pokemon Go fun for it. I think it'll be interesting to see how they do it.
I think maybe Dias de Muertes masks.
They could do that, but I'm kind of what's that one luchador bird? They could bring him in here.
Oh yeah, that's true. They could do that.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. Then the Festival of Lights, November 5th to the 14th, which is that Diwali?
Pretty sure that's Diwali. I'll Google it.
That'd be fun. I kind of like this little round the world flavor.
Yeah,
it's like global game.
Diwali.
Might as well get some global holidays up in here.
I'm gonna Google Diwali dates.
And then maybe the most high holy day for all of us in Pokemon fandom. Ah, brilliant diamond, Shining Pearl.
Not doing
the Gen 4
I'm
remakes
not doing it.
that we have been begging for like a decade more are coming soon. And we're going to have, of course, a Pokemon Go Synergy event to kick that off through the 16th and the 21st. Real excited about these remakes. Might have to buy them. We'll see how that goes. Probably will buy them.
Probably not
Gonna
going to do it.
I don't know.
Probably not.
I really had fun with Ruby. Something about like a remake being basic does not bother me. But Sword and Shield, I'm like,
I
think it was
I'm
an
going to get to the
expectation
fourth
game.
gym and be like, oh, God, it's this again.
Nah, I'm into it. I'm going to be fun with it. The conclusion, finally, of the Season of Mischief is going to happen through the 26th or the 29th there. So, like, Thanksgiving-ish
Professor
time.
Will is going to capture and choke Hoopa to death.
You opened too many portals. I would be so happy. No, but Willow's trying to do it, and then the Unbound form just eats them both.
Oh, yeah.
That's canon. I believe we've written our own fan fiction.
Yeah.
The Magic Meadow is now inside Unbounded Hoopa's form. I am assuming that's what this is about, but I do want to point out that Niantic in multiple drops has talked about how you need to make sure that you complete Misunderstood Mischief. I think this is like, if you've completed all the special research, which they keep adding to as the season progresses, then you get to catch Unbounded Hoopa or whatever the reward is. So just make sure you're staying up to date on that. I don't know how FOMO they're going to get with this, and I don't want to not have a super cool looking Pokemon.
Yeah, I think it'll be Unbound Hoopa, and I don't think it'll be permanently locked away if you don't complete the research. But I think it'll be something that if you don't
Would you say
bound
up?
Yeah, bound away. I think it'll
Salt.
be yeah,
Salt.
shut up, go away. I think it'll be something that is time gated away from you if you don't complete it. Don't do another one. Don't say time portaled away from you.
I was going to say I'll bound away, but I was like 30 seconds too late on that, so I'm going to let it go.
Good.
Unlike things that are bound. That's how puns work, Salt. You see? You do it in the moment. You use the actual word that people said out of their mouths, and you don't just do like another thing separately on your own that nobody knows or cares about. And when they discover it, it makes them violent. Those are bad.
Or when you listen back to the
I
show.
think you're going to do it now.
I don't know. It might.
Y'all, I can see it in his eyes. All he's doing is thinking about what he's going to do
No,
next.
too tired.
Yeah. No, you're good. You just did one, I swear. Now I'm going to be
The best
paranoid.
part is you doing it
Let's
to
get through this
yourself.
quick.
November Community
You-
Day.
Jerk. Speaking of jerks, November Community Day 21st, we kind of had a lot of foreshadowing on this. We had the Pokemining come out with the Shinx Photobomb pose. That was kind of the first clue that this was going to happen. And then actually in the developer diaries, Michael was like, an electric Pokemon from Gen 4.
Yeah, and
You're like, well, there's like 5. So is it Rotom? Is it Electric Plate Arceus? Is it Shinx? It turns out it's Shinx.
it's Shinx. Yeah, Shinx is coming out. Nar already has the shiny. I do not. That is unfortunate. But yeah, Luxio will be able to use the move Psychic Things.
Psychic Thangs for Luxray.
Yep.
I don't know how I feel about this. So Shinx is a really rare shiny. You can't get a lot of those before this, and I'm in the unenviable position of they're taking my special shiny and giving it to everybody, and that makes it less special. I think I'm one of those people who is like, damn it. It's a community day I didn't really want anyway, and the fact that like the one thing I had, it would be like a Clink. I've got a shiny Clink. I guess that's cool. And if they did a community day with Clink, I'm like, well, now there's nothing for me here. And I kind of feel like that with Shinx.
I don't think so, man. Psychic Fangs is probably pretty good. It's probably probably pretty good.
coverage.
It's great coverage. It's nice to have, and it's guaranteed to lower defense one stage, which is huge. We talk about the consistency with
cool.
planning. That's pretty awesome, and it's a spammy move. It's 3-bar charge. Like, let's do it. Let's go. I'm excited to see if this could take Luxray into usable territory. I don't think have you ever in any cup, any meta ever seen a Luxray in PvP?
Wouldn't know what to do with
Yeah.
it. I am glad about that. I think it's fun because it also distinguishes it from the other electric Pokemon. It's like, well, I guess I could use Pachirisu. I could use Magnetic or whatever. I could use Zebstrika. We talked about that in the Lunar Cup. this kind of gives it something special, something to make it unique. And I think Community Day absolutely has to do that. I also love it when they introduce a new move for Community Day, because now that's the possibility that it's going to get during a rebalance. We've seen this happen where Pokemon get sprinkled up a move. There's the opportunity for that to happen. So I think that part is great. That's the real win here. And the fact that the shiny is dope, and I guess other people can have it. That's
there
fine.
we go.
The real bonus of this Community Day are the bonuses. I'm a sucker for quarter egg hatch distance. I think that's really great. It makes the eggs hurt a whole lot less when you walk just like a kilometer and hatch a 10k egg. That doesn't feel so bad. So I really like that a lot. And then they're doing something special with Transfer Candy and Candy XL here that I think is really smart, and I hope continues.
Yeah, you have 3 times transfer candy, so go ahead and start your tags. If you were transferring legendaries during the Halloween event like a dope, then sorry.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah. Well, everyone you get from now until then, go ahead and tag it for a transfer.
Praise to the procrastination. Hold up, maybe you'll find 4 times dust or 4 times candy.
Then you get 4 times
not.
chance to earn XL candy when transferring Pokemon. This is the November Clean Out Your Bag special.
Get ready for December, right? That's kind of the idea. How do you feel about the big win? I think here is the XL candy. I think that's really interesting. If you've ever, that's not a good way to get candy. I also what does that look like? How does that actually happen in practice? I guess because if you're farming Candy XL for a particular Pokemon, what are you supposed to do? Just hold everyone from now until then, and then transfer them during this 11 to 5 window on November 21st, I guess.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess
a
that's
month.
what you're supposed to do.
It's not even that long. It's a month.
Yeah. I mean, if there's something you're really hard up for, what will that actually mean in terms of candy? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the rate is already. 4 times is obviously 4 times better than whatever it is now. But does that mean 1, 2, 5, 10? Right? Not a lot. But every little bit helps on that brutal climb to 296. Oof. But again, anytime we can get Candy XL injected into the game, yes, do it. Just do it. Just do it.
Just do it.
Help us. What do you think overall with Shinx? Community Day, good, yay, nay, bad?
It's good. It's fine. It's the definition of, it's fine. I think the bonuses are good. I think the move is interesting and creative enough. I think it's good. I like it.
I think the bonuses kind of pull it from like a C to a B for me. Psychic Fangs, it'll really depend on how it performs and what other Pokemon they give it to. I think there's a chance that we could look back at this Community Day and be like, oh, Psychic Fangs were so cool. I'm glad they introduced that in the game, right? And woe is me that other people can get my shiny. I'll cry about it. You want to talk a little PvP? Just a scooch? What's that?
That was me crying.
Oh, that's me crying for my Shinx. I used to be special, but now I'm not. It hurts. It hurts in here. You know what else hurts? Salt.
Is it the Mon that got away?
2022 Pokemon World Championships.
Yeah. The Pokemon Super Bowl that will happen annually. Pokemon Go is actually going to be featured. We're going to have it.
Yeah.
Pokemon Go.
Fun.
We are in the fold now for big Pokemon company.
So if probably a lot of people don't know, especially if you're just a Go player, you probably don't know about the World Championships. This is where the trading card game, the main series, all these things like in competition happen. But it's also like a massive like Comic-Con-esque kind of experience that happens where there's people dress up and it's a whole thing. It's like the Pokemon Super Bowl in every sense of the world, the pageantry, all that happens. And we know from the announcement earlier this month where Niantic's like, hey, we're going to do a thing. This is the thing. They're going to have that there, which is really cool tie-in. It makes it, Pokemon Go feel like more of the Pokemon universe, which is great. We got some details, but maybe they actually raise more questions than they answer.
Yeah.
So making it to Legend will get you qualified, but there's also other ways to get qualified through regional championships and international championships. If you go to a regional championship, you're probably asking, what? I don't know either. If you go to a regional championship and you get first place, you get an invite to Pokemon Worlds and a travel award. If you make second place at a regional, you get just the invite. Obviously, there's a lot of questions there. How many regionals? Where are they? Well, how much is the reward, right? So if you had
each region
speculate,
has a regional.
Right. Okay. Where are the regions?
See, that's the trick.
Are these predetermined? Do they exist and I just don't know about it? Are these already something that happened? Maybe they are something that happens to the main series game. There's like trading card regionals defined already, and we're just going to piggyback onto that.
I have no idea.
It's like Glee.
Yeah,
Districts,
we got to make it to
and then
districts
sub-districts,
and
and then-
regionals.
And then regionals, and then lower, upper, middle nationals. So if these things exist, then pardon me for being ignorant, but I am excited that there's an infrastructure. It's kind of like that, battle tower. You're going to work your way up. That's really cool.
Yeah, and then there's also the international championships. First and second place get an invite / travel award, and then third and fourth just get the invite. Same questions. Which is this Nigeria versus Australia? Like, who's playing?
Well, I guess maybe, again, these might be equally predetermined or already exist. But if you do a Nigerian championship, and everyone can kind of like roll up to Abuja or whatever, and it gives an opportunity for someone, depending on the reward, and I hope they're sizable, because I think it'd be really cool for somebody to come to the capital or whatever regional thing and say, you know what, if I'm good enough, I can win first place here, and I can get a plane ticket and a hotel to go to Pokemon Worlds and show that I can be the very best. I really hope it's not a little $200 Visa gift card. Like, I hope it's actually enough to get people to where they need to go, like flat out. Doesn't have to be first class or anything, but like, let's actually make it possible for people. That would be incredible.
That would be
if
so
Niantic
cool.
ponied up that kind of money.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
But
we don't know. We'll see.
I mean, they
Obviously,
probably could fund it
or
just
I hope
based
we're
on
not in the
my
same region,
incubator
or I'll beat
purchases
you.
for the first 3 years of this game.
Fun fact about regionals. Salt and I once competed at regionals in extemporaneous speaking. Salt, who eventually went on to go place, what did you make it state? The state of Texas. Big state.
Second.
Got second in the state of Texas. Regionals wrote a long speech about the African AIDS crisis, and your country that you're supposed to be talking about was
Bosnia.
Bosnia, famously
Sounds like Africa.
located in West Africa. Bosnia. Yeah, so luckily we saved you from that. And you
I
went
have
on
the
to do very
giant
well.
silver place medal somewhere if you'd like it.
That's cool. Melt that down and sell it for something.
Yeah.
But that's my only experience with regionals. I don't think we'll be going back to Katy High School though.
Oh, is that where it
Probably
was?
not. Alief Taylor? I don't remember where it was.
Doesn't matter. Very
It's
local
far away from
references.
where we lived.
You wanna talk a little mod
Love
that got
it.
away?
Oh, I forgot to get the. Oh, wait, you did the notes.
Yeah, I forgot to get
forgot
it.
to get the thing. But I did not forget this week. I unfortunately, well, I guess I did forget to evolve my Galarian Slowking
Oh, no.
when there were psychic Pokemon about. That was dumb. So during the first half of the Halloween event, there were Woobat and Drowsy all over the place, and I was like, I'll get to it. But then I was too late making the Galarian Slowpoke my buddy, and I got to catch 30 while he is my buddy to evolve it into a Galarian Slowking. And now psychic Pokemon are kind of hard to come by, so I'm gonna have to make that last 10 the hard way. I saw like an execute from a rocket grunt, and I was like, yeah, that counts.
Did it.
So that was dumb timing on my part.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with no shiny Tina here. It just hurt. I just wanted it. And I didn't do 30 raids, so it's not like I can really complain. I probably did somewhere between a dozen and 20, and I didn't get one, and I'm just kind of mad about it. I'm just like, God, Tina. I just want a shiny Giratina. And I want it to be Shundo. And I want to conquer the known universe with it. It's all I
I want to
want.
make it antimatter. Oh man, I watched some really cool stuff about antimatter. It's really interesting.
Bro, don't.
You want me to do it real
Don't.
quick? So whenever the Big Bang occurred, right, there's supposed to, theoretically there should have been equal parts matter and antimatter. But obviously, given that we exist, for some reason, there was more matter than antimatter. So whatever we're looking at left was like a small fraction of the material that was created at the beginning of the Big Bang. Well, what caused this asymmetry, Salt? We don't know. Neutrinos might be the key. The Fermilab is doing some very interesting experimentations. If you work at the Fermilab, hit me up. I'd love to ask you some questions. By the by, Salt, let's go to Catch of the Week
Oh, shall
and
we?
do some bragging.
Shall we?
Yeah. My Catch of the Week was neutrinos.
So I actually put it in the back.
No, I'm just kidding. I can't catch them. Do you know how hard it is to get them to interact with matter? It's incredibly difficult.
You are
The odds.
so
They
late.
pass right through you.
I gotta.
Here's a cool one, Salt. No, hold on a second.
Ugh.
If you were to put, how much distance? If you were to fill like all of the space between the sun and the planet Earth with solid lead, only a tiny, insignificant fraction of neutrinos would be blocked. They would interact with almost nothing. They just pass right through it. Isn't that incredible?
It's incredible. I'm riveted.
That is incredible. You're riveted. Somebody's like, what? But yeah, that's a thing. What do you got? What's your catch?
No, I got to do the shout out.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I got the shout out. So art director Gracie has a shout out. Also, Gracie wasn't the only person to submit this as the catch of the week. We had other people submit this on Gracie's behalf. I like how she starts the email. Gracie here. We know. She said, I got the ultimate catch of the week. Negley and I planned a weekend in Kansas City Lawrence for football and a mini vacay away. We got dinner at a nice Thai restaurant and then walked to the plaza. I hugged him and I said, you are my shiny charm. You complete my decks. Your love is super effective. And I got lucky. And then I got down and proposed. He said yes. Are you just finding this out now?
No, this is news to me.
Yeah, we met because of Pokemon Go, so
check.
he's got the Pokemon Go ring holder that I used for my proposal. He is quite the catch.
Oh my God.
I know.
I can't see it. I'm
Isn't
choked up right now. It's so
isn't
adorable.
that awesome?
Oh.
I'm like,
I mean,
so much
to
positive.
be fair, it is a bit overshadowed by the terror of imagining what Kansas City Thai food tastes like, but I guess we'll just let that pass by. I am
People
thrilled.
from
That
Thailand
is
can
great.
live anywhere. I should have said Taiwan.
They can't live that far from the ocean. Just not allowed.
It's just like, what? What is this?
Or no, you know what? I'm thinking of Laotians. That's totally different. That's a different place. Congratulations, Gracie. Congratulations, Negley. That is so cool. Best wishes. May the shinies be plentiful and the marriage be fruitful and all those good things. That is really exciting. And obviously, if you don't invite us, we'll be so sad. But we won't go. But also, we'll be sad. But I mean, it's a long way to drive. But also, this is the worst thing about getting married. Tip: if you haven't gotten married, people to be invited to someone's wedding is like, I care about you so much. I'm going to pay $100 for you and somebody I don't even know to come to my party. Like that's what it means.
It's a
to be invited
big
to a
hang
wedding.
up for Nar.
So don't ask, is what I'm saying.
Like you just did
Like I just did. Yes. So don't ask.
on a show.
In sincerity, don't ask. Obviously, if you're a dumb podcast person, you can ask. That is our right as podcast.
Oh,
hosts
okay. It's like that in
to
Prima
be
Nocta.
intrusive. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's totally different in this context.
Yeah.
God, that movie might have made me racist against English people in a way that I think is unfair.
It might be, considering it was all
Stupid
propaganda.
Mel Gibson.
It's all nonsense.
Yeah. They just told him all kinds of weird stuff.
Yeah. However, that's a pretty good catch of the week.
It's a pretty good
pretty
catch.
good
of the week.
catch
I
of the
can't beat it. I will say I did have a little
Oh, I
family
can beat
pride
it.
in mind.
I can absolutely beat it.
You can?
Yeah.
You got a Shundo Giratina
No, I
in your
got
light
a
area?
shiny Blaze, a shiny Chansey.
That's pretty
It's pretty good.
Where'd you get a shiny
I was
chance?
just doing a research event and it just clicked over and I was like, oh, I was up at like 7 on a Saturday
Mom, this one looks sick.
and I was feeding Evie because I was letting Peppa sleep in and I just did it. I was like, trying not to like freak out, toss my daughter across the room.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yep.
She won't bounce. I had a sweet moment where today Shuckle took down his first rocket grunt all by himself. He found the balloon. He said, where's the balloon? I'm going to get him. And he did. He decimated a rocket grunt all by himself. It was really cool. One Pokemon, didn't even need to switch out. I was like sincerely proud. It was pretty ridiculous, the amount of like joy I felt in my heart. I was like, yeah, I was twice your age when I was defeating rocket grunts. You are powerful. You will be the very best. It was very good.
That's very good.
Yeah. Still can't throw the ball straight to save his life, but he can smash a rocket grunt right in the teeth.
Right in the
I
teeth.
appreciate that. That's what I appreciate about him.
Is that what you appreciate about me?
Yeah. What do you got for questions?
Yep. Doing it. Getting it.
Doing the questions.
Maybe I'll do it. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm so hungry. Should I eat dinner?
There
It's
we
too
go.
late. I didn't eat dinner.
Okay, so I said for people to send in your questions and your biggest pumpkins, and I did get a large amount of both virtual and real life pumpkins. Jacket K sent in a picture of actual pumpkins. Clevheim sent in his large pumpkaboo. Ooh. Shelf Elf says, how are you feeling about the size of the supersized variant? I feel like it could have been bigger. I agree.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be preposterous. I wanted it to be a distraction.
I wonder who drew that line, you know, and why did they stop there? That's an interesting. That could be a Dev Diary that I would tune into when someone's like, you know what, we're sorry, and they bring it back and they go XXL.
I hope a guy walked
and they
out.
bring back the
I hope a lady got fired over this. She was just like taking a principled stand. She was like, no.
There's no size too big.
Yeah.
I want it to obstruct my view. I want it to be like a rocket balloon. I want it. Like, you must catch it. That's your only option.
To click your
Otherwise,
phone
you can't see anything else.
is to catch it. Let's see what else we got. Chinchilla the Man
I want it
says,
to take and eat Arceus.
have you guys played
It's the
Pokemon
new
Unite?
Pokemon God.
Any thoughts? No, and I won't.
I am not a MOBA fan, just generally speaking. I haven't checked it out, though. But if you tell us it's cool, if we get some feedback that it's fun, we could probably maybe we'd do a YouTube on it. I don't know. Stream it. Oh, the sky's the limit. But it's not something I've considered doing. I think I was so, like, pissy in that first direct that I'm like, no, it's not. But, yeah, I mean, if it's fun, it's fun. You know, I think Pokemon, they should make games for everybody, right? I'm really excited about, and don't you crap on it, I'm so excited about Legend of Arceus. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be the best thing ever. And that game looks like it's for me. So it's okay for people to have MOBAs.
So disappointed.
You're going to be disappointed. Don't you say that. It's going to be great.
I'm not saying it can't be good. I'm just saying to assume that it will be is foolish.
No, you're saying that it won't be and you'll be happy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what you're saying. That's what I heard you say. And then I'm going to go, I told you. And then anytime you play it, I'm going to smack it out of your hands. I'm like, you can't enjoy this.
Ben says,
That's what I'm going to say.
with a subscription service coming soon, how much would you consider paying per month if they included the previous season legend poses? I hope they don't. That would be very unfortunate.
That would
I would not
be
buy
cool at all.
I would not buy it.
Especially like people like Nick right now are just like grinding their face off trying to get that Leon pose. Then if you could just be like, I can pay $5 and get it, that would really cheapen it.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope not. I think that you're onto something that it would sell some tickets. I think people would absolutely do that, but I hope they don't. Yeah. And again, we've talked about how subscriptions, we don't know that's coming, or if it's coming anytime soon. It's in the code. We know about it, but there's a world in which it could not suck. So we'll try to keep an open mind, but there's also a world in which it will suck very much. Mm-hmm. And I think Ape in the Legend poses would be in the suck so much category.
Yeah, I would be. No, I don't want that. Todd sent in a big picture of his pumpkin. And speaking of which, Kimchi Korak says, is the second P in pumpkin silent, or is the sound caused by separating lips when transitioning from M to K? Pumpkin. Nobody says pumpkin.
You know what? I get really irritated when people that are grown adults call it pumpkin. I'm like,
oh, no, like library.
You don't do that.
Ooh, boy.
I don't even like when people do that jokingly.
Library. Oh, I just.
Walls is just dancing.
Makes me want to fight somebody.
He's gonna get it.
Get her.
Okay.
Get her on. No, I can't see her yet. Keep going. There she goes.
She's run away. That's a little YouTube special for anybody that's watching. She's just out there.
Oh,
dancing.
this was a good one from
Maze
Mazes In.
Turn this camera on her.
Mazes In says, if you had to prepare a multi-course feast with only gas station food, what would your menu be?
Dessert would be Pepto-Bismol and toilet paper.
What do you do? How do you start?
I woke Growlithe up. I don't know what I would do, honestly. How nice is this gas station? Like a Buc-ee's? If you don't know, ask somebody.
It can't be a
You're
Buc-ee's.
set. You're good.
It can't be a Buc-ee's.
7-Eleven?
This is the closest gas station to your house.
It's actually a pretty good gas station.
Okay, so what are you serving?
But still.
I think you got to go entree and work your way back.
What would be the entree?
I think...
What do you...
I'm going to go with... Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna get the pizza. There's gonna be gas station pizza there. Okay, I'm gonna serve that, but to zhuzh it up a little bit, okay, I'm gonna grind up pretzels. Okay.
Okay, that sounds disgusting.
Yeah, it's gonna be awful.
So far.
Okay, I'm gonna grind up pretzels and Doritos. Okay. Yeah, nacho cheese Doritos for a little garnish on top of that.
Oh,
yep. And I'm gonna bake that. So you get like a pseudo calzone is what I'm going for there.
That's interesting. And when you put that in front of me, I will go take a big bottle of Tylenol and just eat all that because I'd rather die than eat that disgusting whatever you just described.
And then
that is awful.
I think for starters, it's just going to be Vienna sausages. Just Vienna sausages.
I always wonder like how old that is.
Soaked in Mountain Dew.
Just, I mean, if you're going to have the experience.
Yeah.
Oh, but this is why the dessert course is
wait,
going to
no.
be so necessary.
And then for a moose bouche, I'm gonna go.
Watch,
I'm
never
gonna
taught you
go
that
into
word.
the counter and get the boiled eggs from the very back.
They boil eggs?
Yeah, you've never seen like the prepackaged boiled eggs at the gas station?
Oh, no.
Regu-
No one eats those. Those are a joke.
Did you just?
Those are a weapon. You just give those to your enemies.
Did
You don't eat those.
Did you say those are a yolk?
No, I did not say that. See, that's a good pun. Except for eggs. Egg puns are way played out. Don't say they're over easy. I already beat you to it. Took it away. Egg puns are bad.
No,
I'm
not gonna do it.
What else you got?
No,
I'm not
saying
gonna. I'm not gonna entertain
a
this
regular
disgusting idea
boiled
of food.
A regular boiled egg smells like a fart. I cannot imagine what that would smell like. Let's see here. We'll do one more. Magpie Malcolm says, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you hate Darkrai going left and right off the screen? Makes it awful to catch. Yes, it is extremely annoying.
It's more annoying. I throw my curveballs the righteous holy way, which is I spin counterclockwise, and so when he moves to the left, it's not so bad. But when he moves to the right, I'm like, I'll wait.
Yeah, no, see, I'm the other way. I'm clockwise, like an American.
You're wrong. I understand.
That's so weird that you would go counterclockwise.
No, you let the clock tell you what to do. Ugh, that's what it is. People in Australia do it backwards. You're the Australian way. Most people don't know that. It's the Coriolis
Clockwise
effect.
is not backwards by definition. You literally said I throw it the
what
backwards
definition?
clockwise way. You didn't say I throw it the regular way, and then
That's just so for reference.
Yeah,
no, that's just for
yeah,
reference.
that's right.
That doesn't dictate direction.
I win.
That's
as
not
I
how
win at all
Coriolis
things.
effect works. You're
Might as well go ahead and end the show
Coriolis.
because I win.
I think No, I think you need to seek mental treatment. So we're going to do that right now. You can follow us at Twitter to hear.
Are you
going to
mentally treat me?
Curveballs. Yeah, I'm going to fix you. It's gonna every time you throw a curveball, I'm going to hit you with a
can't
bat.
think of a thing more emotionally damaging than you being my therapist.
I mean, I'm somebody's parent, so
Yeah,
there's that.
But we would just get in a fight.
Yeah, probably. I'd fix you though with a bat. You can follow us at Pokemon Go. It's my therapy bat. At Pokemon Go _radio, or you can email us anytime, info.pokemongoradio@gmail.com. Can confirm the Facebook has been disabled.
Good.
So sorry.
Yeah, or whatever they're going to change their name to.
Facebook, don't do us like that, Facebook.
You can also check
we
us out
miss
on
you.
YouTube. We really appreciate it. Thank you guys for doing that. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, thanks for making it all the way in. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe. Do all those cool YouTube
We
things.
know we look different than how you imagined us. You don't need to tell
Everybody
us.
keeps doing that.
We also looked different than we imagined.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you so much for
I
doing that.
had more of a chin.
Watching the show on YouTube really helps support us, and it helps us get to our goal of reaching a YouTube partnership, which we are, turns out, on the fast track to do so, because for the last 5 years, we didn't do anything on YouTube, and then I started doing things on YouTube 3 weeks ago, and people started watching them, and I was like, oh my god, look.
Yeah, it turns out you just have to try like
a little bit.
A little bit. Just a scooch.
Just any amount of
Scooch
effort
or try.
will cause
Yeah,
reaction.
That's what it takes. Really appreciate all the people that support us on Patreon. I'm assuming you forgot to look that up. So we'll
Oh,
just
no,
do
it's in
that
the
next
backup.
week.
I'm right here. Thanks to
get it.
Jackson.
Okay.
Appreciate you, Jackson.
Jackson. Really appreciate that. And to anybody else that supports us, we have all kinds of fun stuff happening in our Patreon Discord. Anybody that supports us on Patreon, any amount, gets access to the Discord where we do things like the PGRL, Pokemon Go PvP Sylph League. We do all the remote rating shenanigans and just dumb stuff in general. So hang out there. It's fun.
Thanks.
Anything else?
Nope, I think that's it.
We got to remember to do reviews next week. We should do that, but there's no time because it is 10 p.m. at night, and I'm still thinking about eating dinner. We'll see how that goes.
I've got to edit this on YouTube.
New shows every single Monday, and in the meantime, go freaking catch them all.
I'll drop the beat.
I was going to tell you about the pork butt that I smoked, and I realized, why did we do bonus episodes about Dungeons and Dragons and smoking meat when I knew nothing about them, and now I know so much about both those things. We can't do any more bonus podcasts because I'll develop another hobby and it will ruin me.
Yeah, that's probably true.